That's basically what he said. But I guess, all right, if you're recording, that means we got to start the daf. So, um, okay, so we're up to the two dots on Mem Gimel Amud Aleph. Two dots, right? Okay, so Amar of Shimon ben Lakish, yeah? About two dots, about 10 lines down. Mem Gimel Amud Aleph. So Amar of Shimon ben Lakish. Shor shehimis is ha'eved, shaloi bekavon. Right, so we're talking about all the dinim of killing a shor, not a shor killing an eved, shloishim, pay the 30, the 30 seller or not. So it's saying, so shor shehimis is eved shlever. Let's say he killed him without kavanah, right? So, and we know that a shor that kills without kavanah doesn't get killed, right? It's only when a shor kills purposely does he get killed. So Shashim is ever shaleva kavana potter mishloishim shkalim. He's potter from the 30 shkalim. Shenemar kesef shloishim shkalim yitin ladonov bashar yisakim. All right, so he gives 30 shkalim to the master, and the shar gets skila. Meaning, what's the pasuk saying? You give 30 shkalim to the owner of the slave when the shar gets skila. If the shar is not getting skila because he did it by mistake, then there's no 30 shkalim. Calls matcha shar beskila habayla masham shloshim shkalim. When the shar is getting skila, the owners have to pay. Aina shar beskila, aina bayla masham shloshim shkalim. And if the shar doesn't get skila, then the owners don't have to pay the 30. Which is again is interesting because you think when the owners, if they're losing their shar, then maybe they should be punished. They're already getting punished. No, when they don't get punished because they're not losing their shar because the shar did it without kavanah, that's when they don't pay the 30. Right? Again, another area where Choshen Mishpat goes against what at least what I would think should be the meaning. I would think it should be one or the other. And here we're saying it's all or nothing, meaning if the shar gets killed, he's got to pay the 30 seller. If the shar doesn't get killed, he doesn't have to pay the 30 seller. You plugged in? So Amar Rabba. Shar shehim is ben chayrin shalai bekavana potter mikayfa. So a shar that killed the ben chayrin, a free person, without kavana, is potter from kaifa. Shanema 428. Shanema Ashar Yisakal v'gambal of Yumas and kaifa yushas alav. So again, here we're talking about a shar that killed the ben chayrin without kavana. So then there's no kaifa. Shanema Ashar Yisakal v'gambal of Yumas in kaifa yushas alav. Right? Same limud. Calls mancha shar beskila. When the shar gets skila, the owners pay kaifer. Ain't shar beskila. When the shar is not beskila, ain't then the bound do not pay kaifer. Right? So basically, the Gemara is saying only when the animal kills on purpose does he get skila. Does he get skila memela? And if he gets skila, the animal, then they have to pay the 30 to the slave if he gored a slave, or you have to pay kaifer if he gored a free person. Say Abaya, him is sharias pliny. If a guy admits that his shar killed a guy, or his shar killed another shar, he pays by himself, meaning he pays based on his own testimony. Right? He's maida. So what does that mean? My love kaifer. Is he now? What is he paying? Isn't he paying kaifer? But how does he pay kaifer? What meaning? He's not. You're not going to kill a guy's ox based on his own hoida, on his own testimony, right? So you see that he still would be paying kaifer even when he doesn't pay when his shar doesn't get killed. So he answered light dummin. It's not talking about kaifer. Kaifer, he's not going to pay. He's going to have to pay the amount of the damages, right? I mean, he doesn't need a kapara when his shar is not chayiv skila. So, Mamela, he just has to pay for the damages. So this is really the first place I think that you see that there's such a concept that he has to pay the damages and or kaifer, right? Kaifer is for a kapara. And then you have damages. That's a different thing. So the Gemara asks, Idamim, If we're talking about that he has to pay damages, aim a sefer, then what about the sefer? Him is shayrias avdoi shel ploini. If he admits that his shar killed Pliny's Eved, he does not pay what? He doesn't pay on his own. The 30 seller, right? So if you eat domim, but if we're talking about that it's not 30 seller, right? It's not because we're not paying koifer, not paying, so, and we're not paying, meaning we're not paying any knas because he's moide b'knas. So then he domim amai loy. So if it's money that we're talking about, then why isn't he paying? Meaning the sefer. But the Gemara is basically asking now is in the Reisha. We said if he admits that his shor kills another shor or kills a person, so it doesn't have to pay, and we say it doesn't have to pay money, right? So then what about the sefer which says that he admits that he kills a slave and it says he doesn't have to pay money? That also has to be talking about money, right? But if it's money, why shouldn't he pay? So he said back to him, I really could just answer you, yeah, the Reisha is talking about paying money, and the Sefer is talking about giving a knas, and then he wouldn't have a stira. I don't want to give you a doichik teretz, right? To say that the Reisha and the Sefer are talking about two different situations is not the best teretz in the world. So he said, I'm going to give you a different teretz. Idi domim. Both are talking about when he's paying the amount of money that he did the damage. On Tamar Beis now. Miu ben chayrin the meshalim koifer al piatzmai. Ben chayrin, there is a situation where he could pay koifer based on his own testimony. Be'echi dami, what would be the case? Di asu sadi vasidu bei the kotel. If witnesses come and say Eidos that he killed, so now this is like a split admitting. The Eidim come and say, hey, we saw your shar kill somebody, but we have no idea if that was a shar muad or a shar tam. We have no idea. It doesn't have a sign on it. So Amar Mare de Muadhu, and the master admitted that it was a muad. So he didn't admit to the actual goring. He just admitted that this shar was a muad.
If it's a muad, they would have a sign on it. Is that how people would know?
No, I don't.
No. I'm saying, how would they ever know? How would they ever know?
I don't know, Taka. I don't know. I guess would they have to be the same guys seeing it 3 times?
No,
they'd have to be. I don't know, right?
I'm saying the only one the owner would know, but who else would know? And then maybe Bezdin would know, but who the Eidim wouldn't know?
There'd have to be some form of identification, right?
I mean, how else would you know? Right. Maybe they put a sign on it when it was
could
a muad.
Well, that guy's sure going to get in trouble, right? If that ox roaming around New Jersey had a sign on it that it's a muad, boy, that guy's really going to get in trouble. No, I don't know. Right, but that is the case. That has here. I mean, the case here. Whatever it is, but here they didn't know. They didn't know what it was. So again, that the Shar Gordon killed somebody, that was not based on his own testimony. That was from Adam. That it was a muad, that's based on his own testimony. Right. So again, so in that situation where he's going to pay koifer, so then if there's no Eidim, then he has to pay Domin. You hear what it's saying? Meaning, if it will be a situation where the testimony sort of split, the Eidim see it gored, but he admits that it was a muad. Then in that case, if there's no Eidim, then he would have to pay not koifer, but he'd have to pay the damages. So then Gabi Eved, she'ena mashal knas aliyatzmai. But by Eved, where he will not pay knas on his own, Eidim came and said testimony that his shar killed an Eved. But we don't know. They didn't know. I'm sorry. The Eidim did not know whether this shar was a shar muad, which case this 30, right? or as a tam when there's no 30. And here the guy said it's a muad. He does not pay knas in that case. Why? Because that's moida b'knas. Moida b'knas is potter. So there, when there's no edim, meaning by eved, then he doesn't have to pay. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the connection is, but the Gemara is saying now there's a connection between if the guy admitted partially to it being a muad, then you'd have to and he would be chayiv. Then if there's no edim at all, he'd be at least mechuyev to pay money. Okay, so Masav Rav Shmuel bar Rav Yitzchak kol shechayiv ben chayrin chayiv be'eved. Now we have a brisa that says that if you're chayiv by a muad, if you're chayiv by a ben chayrin, you're chayiv by an eved. Bein bekoifer, bein b'misa. Whether it's talking about koifer or whether it's talking about misa. So Gemara says koifer be'eved mi'ika. What do you mean you're chayiv? If you're chayiv for a free person, you're chayiv on an eved. By whether it's koifer, whether it's misa. What does this mean? Koifer be'eved mi'ika is that koifer by an eved. Elalav damim. What's it talking about? It's talking about the money because there are financial payments if you kill an eved, and there's financial payments if you kill an adam. Right? So you see that when there's a chiyuv of paying money for somebody who's free, meaning a regular person, then you're going to have the same thing by an eved. So we just got finished saying that the two are not necessarily connected. So there are those that say he asked the kasha and he answered. And Omar le Rabba, meaning he gave the own teretz, or some say Rabba said to him, Hachi Katan, here's what we learned. Kol shechayv ben chayrim bekavana al pi edim koifer. If a shor gored somebody, a free person, with kavana, with edim, then he's koifer. Then in that case, chayav be'eved knas. Then if it would be an eved, he'd be chayav knas. That's pretty simple, right? Again, that's your standard case. If you'd be chayav be'kavana to pay koifer, then you're going to be chayav for an eved knas. V'chol shechayav ben chayrin sheloi be'kavana al pi edim domim. So if you're going to be chayav for a ben chayrin without kavana to pay, at least pay some money, right? Meaning where there's no koifer because it was shaloi b'kavana, and the animal's not getting killed because it was shaloi b'kavana. So therefore, it's going to have to pay some of the damages. In that case, chayiv be'eved shaloi b'kavana al pi edim domim. You'd be chayiv with an eved shaloi b'kavana, also money, right? But in the case where you're only going to know if it's chayiv based on the owner saying it's a muad, then that won't work. So Amrli Rava, Ihachi, if that's the case, then Eisha Shalom, Eish, right? We know fire, right, is it doesn't have to pay. Meaning there's no kaifer for fire. A kaifer is only if you're sure gore somebody, not from the other damages. So Eisha Shalom Kavan, I'll be Adam Shalom Damam said that, but fire, Shalom Kavana, I mean a guy lit a fire, Shalom Kavana, but the Adam testify, then he should have to pay money. So the Gemara says, and how do you know that he doesn't pay? Maybe he does pay if the fire goes unintentionally. If you're going to say from the case, right? We had it a bunch of blood ago. But a gedi is tied to a pile of grain. The eved, and you have an eved that's next to it. So the eved could run away. The gedi can't. Right? And it gets burnt. They get burnt together with the thing. Chayiv. Then he's chayiv. Right? Why? Because he's not chayiv on the slave, because the slave is a human, it could have ran away. Right? Right? So he's chayiv, so mainly he's not chayiv misa, so he's chayiv to pay for the gedi. Right? Eved kofas loy, but if it's the eved that's tied onto it, in which case the eved can't run away, gedi samach loy, and you have a gedi close to it, the nisraf imay, and the gedi, everything gets burned together, so he's potter. Right? Why? Because it's kamle b'derabimine on the eved. Right? So you see, you're not mechuyev to pay for the eved. So Gemara says, well, that's not true. That's not a raya. Homer is going to hit it, but gufa shalevet. We said that this is talking about where he didn't stop burn the grain and then the grain went and burnt the evid. It's talking about where he actually burnt the evid, the kamle b'deramine. That the reason is for kamle b'deramine. Right? So therefore we have no raya that where the animal is potter from misa, then he's not mechuyev to he'd not be mechuyev to pay damen. We say that there's a chumra of eish from bar. So eish muad is lachol bein davar roila bein davar sheina roila. Because eish is a muad to eat anything, whether it's roy to it or whether it's not roy to it. Meaning fire just consumes anything. Mashen came bar. Bar is different, right? But a bar is because meaning bar is your only chayev are things that are normally found in a bar, things that would not normally fall into a bar or near a bar. You're not chayev on the ilusha eish mishalem eshalem kavanas damim, and where the fire, where you pay shalem kavanas damim, masha ein came bar like a tani, right? So a eish where you pay even without kavana, masha ein came bar. But that you don't have that by bar like Ratani. The Brisa doesn't say it, right? So meaning the same way you're not chayev to pay by a bar, you're also not going to be chayev to pay from Eish. So then, but if you're saying that Shaleva Kavana you should have to pay, so then Eish should also. So Gemara says Dilma ton of a shayr. Maybe the Tana left out some things. Hello, Rava Gufei Rava. So what we're saying is Rava he wasn't sure. Rava had the shayla himself. If somebody kills with fire without kavana, does he pay for money or not? Meaning, when they have all these forest fires. So a guy said it shalai b'kavana, right? Does he have to pay or not? That's exactly what Rava's shayla was. Do we say that by shar, that's where the owner pays kai for shaleba kavana mashalim damin, and shaleba kavana he pays damin, meaning by a shar, when a shar gores, if he does a bit kavana, it's kaifer. Shaleba kavana is damin. Aval eishai, but his fire the kavana like mashalim kaifer, even if you do burn something down. With kavana, you don't pay kaifer. Shaleba kavana nami le mishalim damim. So then shaleba kavana you also don't pay. Meaning is damim money tied into kaifer. If you don't pay kaifer, like by fire, you're not going to pay for the damages either. And if you do pay kaifer, then you'd have to pay for the damages. Aidoma, that's one side. Aidoma kimin de gabi shayra shaleba kavana by shar shaleba kavana avagav the leka kaifer mishalim damim. By shar, we know that even though there's no kaifer, you have to pay for the actual financial damages. Gabe isha nami. So by fire also, afagav the kawana le mishalim kaifer, shaleba kawana miyas mishalim damim. But shaleba kawana, you should at least pay damim. The lo yadina, and he doesn't know. So teku, it's a teku. So again, we're saying that Rava did not know what the din is by fire. Is fire like a shor? In which case you would pay for money, or would you say that it's not like fire and it's like shor, in which case sorry, I just said that, right? Either fire is like, got mixed up myself now. Is fire like, this is not such easy. Is it like shor? I'm sorry, is it right? Is fire shalai b'kavana like shor? And what's the other side? Right, and Mela, is there domim or not? Right, one side is that by shor shalai b'kavana, meaning shor only pays kaifer, then shalai b'kavana pays domim, or do we say by shor shalai b'kavana there's no kaifer, you pay domim, so by eish also? Meaning, basically, which way do we look at eish? So Mamela, it stays with a teku. Yeah, I guess we should stop here because I will make it up Motzei Shabbos. It's not such a long daf. All right. What time we say? 1:45?
Yeah, 7:45, Mr. Shabbos.
Wow, did not think I would have so much extra time. I don't know what I'm going to do with this.
Why? It's what do we got? Oh, 10 minutes of lift magic.
That's